Alright, so let's move on to the next type of question where we have to do fraction division. A drama teacher is making bandanas for costumes. She is cutting half yard fabric into 6 bandanas of the same size. Write and solve an equation to find how much fabric there will be for each bandana. So cutting means division. When you cut something, you have to divide it into equal parts. So half yard of bandana is divided into 6 parts. We have done this many times where we have to divide a fraction by another whole number or fraction. The idea is to keep, change and flip. KCF, that's the idea. KCF. So you keep the first fraction as it is, you change this division to multiplication, and you flip the second number, which is 1 over 6. So now this is fraction multiplication, which is very easy and straightforward. 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 6 is 12. So each bandana will have 1 over 12 yard of fabric. Okay, so this is very clear and easy. Similarly, for the second one, a landscape designer has 4 over 5 ton of mulch to divide equally into 8 customers. So 4 over 5, we need to divide it amongst 8 customers. Write and solve an equation to find how much mulch each customer will receive. So again, the same thing, keep, change, flip. You keep the first fraction as it is, you change to multiplication, you flip the 8 to 1 over 8. Now this is simple because 4 can divide 8 2 times, and 1 over 5 times 2 is 10. So 1 over 10 ton of mulch each customer will get. So I hope it's clear. Let's move on to the next one. These are all fractional division, all, just that they have given you a mixed fraction. To convert a mixed fraction to a improper fraction, we need the MAD idea. You know what is the MAD idea? MAD. MAD means multiply down, add up, copy the denominator. So multiply down. So 5 times 2 is 10, 10 plus 4 is 14, 14 over 5 divided by 4. Again the same idea, keep, change, flip. 14 over 5, division becomes multiplication, 4 becomes 1 over 4. And now you need to simplify this. 2 can divide 4 2 times, 2 can divide 14 7 times, 7 times 1 is 7, and the denominator you have 10. Okay, so this is very easy and straightforward. I leave this to you and this also to you. Let me do this one, which has two mixed fractions. So let's use the MAD idea. What is the MAD idea? Multiply down, add up, copy the denominator. Again, multiply down, add up, copy the denominator. So 3 times 5 is 15, 15 plus 3 is 18, 18 over 5 divided by 2, 2 and 3, this is 3 over 2. So now keep, change, flip. Then just have a look. If there is a number in the numerator and denominator, just check whether you can divide this straightforward. So 3 can divide 18 6 times. And well, that's it. That's what we can do about it. Just multiply this and find the final answer. 6 times 2 is 12. And denominator is 5. So that's how you have to solve these. All these answers I will give you in the PPT, but in the video I am doing only 2 questions because others are the same. Let's move on to the next one. This is simple multiplication, but you have to take care that after you multiply, you have to give the decimal points properly. Okay, so how are you going to multiply this? 124 times 25. You have to take the numbers only, the significant digits. We call it the significant digits only, and multiply them. 5 times 4 is 20, so 12, and 6 is 0, this is 8, 4 and 2, and then just add them 0 0 1 3. So this is 3100. Yes, so I multiplied 124 by 25, and what you get is 3100. Now check how many points are there here. How many points are there? Like how many numbers are there after the decimal? So here I have two numbers after the decimal. Here I have three numbers after the decimal. So 2 and 3, 2 and 3 will become 5. So you have to give a point after 5 places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So give a point here. This is 0. This is also 0. So this is the answer. All right. Let's do one division, because this is the same thing, multiplication. This is the same thing. One division we will do. So what you do is just take the significant numbers. Forget the decimal point. Ignore the decimal point. You take 3, 2, 6, 7, 4, and 16, and divide it like a long division question. Okay. So let's do that. Or one more thing you can do before doing the division, one more thing you can do to just make it simple. Whenever you have such a number, first you can try to remove the decimal by moving the digits to the right. Yani, you can multiply this by 1000, multiply this by 1000 to make it look very easy. Like now it will look like 32674 divided by 16. So actually the question is this only, because in division you can multiply and divide by the same number, and you can make the decimal point move towards the right to make it look easy. Now this is simple. 16 times 2 is 32, minus and 0 0, you bring the 6 down. Now if you need to bring the 7 down also, you have to put a 0 here. Then 67, so 16 times 2 is 32, 3 is 48, 4 is 64. So 16 times 4 is 64. You have 34. Again 16 times 2 is 32, minus, and remainder is 2. Now if you want to move further, you have to put a point here, and you can get a 0 here. So 16 times 1 is another 16. So the answer, I think this is enough. 2042.1. 2042.1 is the final answer. Sa. Similarly, this is also division. Before dividing, what you can do is you can remove the decimal as much as possible. So move it 2 times, move this also 2 times. Yani multiplying by 100. So you can multiply by 100, and this becomes 382.5 divided by 25. And then you divide it like a long division and get the answer. I hope it's clear. Let's move on to the next one. This is the most easiest lesson, where you just have to find the quadrants in which the point lies. This is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and 4 is 1V, IV, fourth. X, narcus X, Y minus Y. So you know that in the first quadrant, both X and Y are plus plus. In the second quadrant, it is minus plus. Third quadrant, it is minus minus. Fourth quadrant, it is plus and minus. All right. So you see minus minus here. Minus minus means which quadrant? Minus minus means third quadrant. So the answer for this is third quadrant. Question number 2. Plus minus. You see plus minus which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. The answer is 4. Plus plus which quadrant? Plus plus First quadrant, yes. And then minus plus in which quadrant? Second quadrant. So the answer is 2. Yes or no? Identify the axis on which the point lie. You see x is minus x and y is 0. So you see x is minus x means it is lying in this direction. Here it is the point. So the answer for this one is negative x axis. Now, if you forget the negative and just write x-axis, it is still correct, okay? But negative x-axis is perfect answer. Similarly, you see x is 0 and this is positive y. So it lies up, positive y direction. The answer is just y-axis. Yes or no? Similarly, in the question, you just have to write the point and the coordinates. Like for example, A. Where is A lying? Now you just have to drop a point here and see x is minus 1 half, minus 1 noose, and y is 1. So x is minus 1 noose, whereas y is 1. Okay. Okay, what about point B? Point B, x. Always first look at the x. First x, bar then y. First x, bar then y. First x, after that y. So for B, x is this one. Half, only noose. X is just half. And y is minus 2. You can see x is half, y is minus 2. So for B, y is minus 2. Let's look at first. Now let's look for C. For C, x is minus 1. You see that? X is minus 1. Nakas 1. And y, what is y? Now y is this one. Minus 1 nose. Minus 1 nose. So this is how you find the coordinates. Always first x, bar then y. And similarly, now this is too easy. Nose, half, half. So half on the x-axis, half on the y-axis is z. Point is z. Easy peasy. Next, minus half on the x-axis. So minus 1 on the x-axis. And 1.5 on the y-axis. 1.5 on the y-axis means here. 1.5 on the y-axis. The point is x. You just have to tell which point represents this point. So the answer point is x. Then last one is minus 2 and minus 1 half. Minus 2 and minus 1. So minus 2 is here. Minus 1 half is here. This. Minus 2 minus half is W. So answer is W. Okay. And graph point A. A is half. Half means on the x-axis this is half. This is half. And y is 1. So y is 1. 1.5 means this. The point is this and this. Half and 1. This is A. Simple, easy. Now minus 1.5 from x on the x-axis, minus 1.5. Minus 1.5 is this point and 2 is this point. Is this point. So the answer is this. This is x. Minus 1.5 and 2. Yes? Perfect. So I finished the coordinate system here. And in the next video, we will see more about rational numbers and plotting them on the number line. Till then, see you. Bye-bye. Keep working and study hard.